Yeah, I see you've mentioned The Richest Man in Babylon. So I've also read that book, and it's really the principle that stood out for me is a principle of keeping your 10% portion.
Sure.
Do you find that transformative?
Yeah. Actually, that book is one of the best books. By the way, our viewers, you've not actually read that book, you should go and get yourself that book. It is basically finances 101, basically. Because the whole book is actually about how this guy was able to make a fortune. And people are amazed at how this guy is just being able to make a fortune. And actually, he's not really doing something greater than everyone else. Yeah? But you see now, that wisdom of ages, the guy talks about that 10% rule. That at least at whatever you earn, just take 10% of whatever you earn and then put it aside. And then try to make that 10% work for you. You put it in somewhere else where it can actually work for you, and then it can grow, basically. So it's like you'll be having like a like a compounding interest, or like kind of a money tree. So basically, if you take that 10%, assuming it's like a mango tree, then you have one seedling of mango tree that's a 10%. So you'll be reaping your mangoes from that 10%. Then another 10% somehow you plant it somewhere else. Probably you can do in shares or in whatever, in a business. And then it has actually worked. It is working, by the way. That is. I also found that principle, by the way, one of the best principles I've ever read about money and savings. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot, and the fact that it has stood the test of time.
Exactly.
And there's such a short book that explains timeless principles. I think that's probably why it is one of the best-selling books.
Sure.
Yeah, and recommended in all circles for finance.
Yeah, in any financial circles, you'll be told to first of all read that book, because that guy really tries to explain things in a very simple way, very systematic way, that you'll be able to actually see that you can do great things from small things, actually, because small things matters. You don't want to really do very, very great things and you can't even start small. So if you can't, if for example you want to have $1 million probably by the end of the year, if you cannot be able to save that 10k, then you will find yourself not accomplishing anything at the end of the day, because you see, it is those small things that actually matter. Yeah. Small things, and then they will be compounded, and then they become a great.
Yeah. Financial literacy. So basically, also what is spoken about in that book.
Yeah.
Trying to be financially prudent with your money. What do you think is the current status of financial literacy in Kenya? Do you think people are able to, once they get their money, keep it and be able to know the principle of multiplying it, and even more importantly, to stay out of debt?
Actually, the debt issue is actually it's actually the elephant in the room. It's actually where the trouble lies, because most of us are not really. We don't want to. We want instant gratification. I think that is the most tragic thing, and that everyone wants instant gratification. So if for example you just saw your friend, they have bought something, they bought a new pair of shoes, or they bought a new TV set, or they just bought a car, then you don't even know how they did it, but then you want to probably kind of compete with them. So what you end up doing is you get yourself in an unnecessary debt. There's what I like to call necessary debt, and then there's unnecessary debt.
Yeah. Explain the concept.
Exactly. Actually, necessary debt, that is my opinion, is actually the debt that you actually taking to finance something that will actually be very beneficial to you. Understand? For example, you can take debt to actually take your kid to school. That's an investment. Understand? But then there's also the unnecessary debt, whereby you are taking a debt simply because the debt is there.
Because the money is available.
Yeah, because money is available. Actually, you have your phone. You realize I can actually get one of these applications, and boom, I can actually get 5k here. So you take 5k. You've not even planned what you want to do with 5k. Then you just boom, download the application, take the money, And then now when the guy comes calling to for his money, then you are really seeing as if they are robbing you, but they are not robbing you. You actually took the money and then misused it because you had no plans actually when you are taking the loan. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, the current prominence of these loaning apps also is a very telling story. It means there are a lot of people just borrowing.
Yeah.
Just borrowing money.
Yeah, we have turned ourselves into a borrowing nation. Actually,
it starts from the national government.
Yeah, actually, from the national, I think we are borrowing a actually from our government because actually those guys have also borrowed too much, and you see now the fact that these monies are actually available freely. No collateral needed. You don't have to need. You just have to have a smartphone. All right, you just have to have a smartphone and boom.
Yeah, some even use USSD.
Yeah, just actually some even use USSD actually. So you just have to have a phone, and then your money is in your hand. It's good. It is good actually. I don't want to demonize the apps. They are very good actually. They are really trying to finance. They are trying to finance the part of the population that can actually not get financed from institutions, from the banks. But now there's also the other challenge because nobody is really trying to educate the masses on how actually to manage those apps and then how to manage your loans. So people will actually be borrowing from Paul to pay Peter. So you find someone has borrowed from application A, then he has borrowed from actually application B. Then he will actually go and when loan for application A is due, he will go and borrow from application C to go and pay for application A, and then now the whole cycle now continues, and then you'll be forever indebted, and that's a very 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 tricky situation because at some point that cycle will have to come to an end. So and then you'll find yourself being reported to CRB. You cannot access even loans in the future. And then it becomes terrible. I think the challenging thing is the literacy. How to actually manage those monies. When you borrow the monies, how you're able to manage them. And you just don't have to borrow them because they are there. You have to borrow for a certain purpose, whatever you want to do with the money. And then know that these monies are coming with interest also. Because those guys are in business. So they will be giving a certain interest on whatever money they give you. So you have also to compare where am I getting value for my money. If I get 20,000 from loan application A, or I get 20,000 from this other application, where am I getting
the best deal?
Yeah, sure. Where am I getting the best deal? So and that's where the problem is lying. But anyway, I think our government should actually start by getting the lessons themselves. Because of course, as everyone knows, we are really overborrowed. Yeah.